Hello everyone, my name is Vanessa Ponce and uh, I have to show my ID card, but in this case I had problems and YouTube platforms about security politics and please dear teacher, I'm going to send my ID card for uh, direct message. Okay, so now please let me share my screen with you to present the topic in this case. Okay, so the topic is about English syntax subject. Okay, so is from clauses to text and syntax in discourse, aspect, tense, and voice. Okay, so these these clauses are divided in three. The first is aspect. Okay, aspect. What is? Aspect is a grammatical category that expresses how an action, event, or state, as denoted by a verb, stands over time. Therefore, aspect allows speakers and writers to present events as completed or as going. For example, progressive and perfect. Mary is playing guitar in the studio is an example about progressive aspect. Wendy have seen that animal. It's a is a perfect example about perfect aspect. Okay, but please let's analyze together by one. Okay, this case the first is perfect aspect. Perfect aspects, it indicates that action performed by a verb in a clause is completed. It can be in the past and present. Have, bird, ed, perfect. Okay, had, bird, ed. The rest of that is perfect, perfect aspect. Okay. For example, this follow the same structure with the regular verbs, both in past or participle. As the next examples. I had eaten the breakfast when she went. Okay, in this case, um, in this case, the sentence indicates that the action uh, performed by a verb in clauses is completed. But in the next, Peter has traveled in all over the world. Kobe represents that the action it's is doing in present, in present time. Okay, so this is a perfect aspect. Okay, okay. The next is the progressive or progressive aspect. Okay, progressive aspect is uh, or represents when the action is doing in continue form. The structure is be, bird, ing. Okay, eng. For example, aspect is looking. Sorry, Isabel is looking for her dress. Okay, so in this sentence, the action is doing or is doing in continue form. Okay, Isabel is doing the action. Okay, please see the progressive aspect in both tense, in present and past. In present, for example, the aspect could be Mary sings well. Okay, this is the aspect. But in progressive, will be or can be Mary singing well. In this case, you need to use the to be verb and ang. Ang represents that the action is going. Okay? So paths. Paths. In paths, Mary sang well. In progressive way, it will be Mary was singing well. Okay? In paths, you need to use to the to be verb. Okay? In this case, for Mary, uh, as is third person, you need to use the corresponding to be verb. In this case, is was. Okay, Mary was singing well. Okay, Mary was singing well. Represent progressive aspect in the past. Okay. Okay. The next is present perfect and past perfect. Okay. In present perfect, we need to use in different situations, in different times or circumstances. For example, the first is represents an event that started in the past and continues in the present. The example is, I have studied English for many years. Okay. In this case, as you can see, the action probably it's continue. Okay, continues. It continues. So the next is when an event that is over, but which had effects in the present. And the example, Melissa has lost her ring. Okay, Melissa has lost her ring, but now she is looking for it. So although Melissa has lost her ring, this action happened in the past. Now she is looking for it. This is the effect that she is doing in the present. So in this case, we can't use the present perfect, okay? In the next case, when an event that has happened in the recent past. I've just watched the news, okay? Okay, so in this case, the action is recent past, okay? Is the recent past. So we can use to the present perfect. Past perfect. In the past perfect is when an event that happened before another event in the past. For example, I had cooked the dinner when my husband arrived. When my husband arrived, okay? Arrived. So in this case, in this case, uh, indicates that this event happened before another event in the past, okay? In the past. So this is the past perfect. Okay, so the next is tense. What is? This term refers to a set of inflectional affixes that communicate information about the time in which an event happens. For example, present, suffix. In the present, we need to use the suffix s in third person. For example, Maria looks the netbook. But in the past, we have suffixes ide, uh, like the example look or what, okay, or what. And irregulars, for example, as the verb broke or breath. This is in tense, okay? Now, voice, voice, voice. What is voice? Voice represents events from different perspectives, okay? Different perspectives. As previous examples, sentence examples, for example, in the app chip, John eats an egg, or John is eating an egg. In sentence, or and um and in progressive and in progressive voice, okay? This is the active voice. In the passive is in the contrary, in contrary, in contrary form. An egg is eaten by John. An egg is being eaten by John. Okay, it's the contrary way. But please, uh, let's analyze together one by one. Okay, in active voice, for example, the active voice asserts that the person or thing represent by the grammatical subject performs. The action represented by the verb. The structure is subject, verb, and object, okay? For example, in Clara cooked a pizza. In the past, Clara, in the present, Clara cooked a pizza in the past. In the present, Clara cooks a pizza. In Clara cooks a pizza. In Clara cooked a pizza. Uh, uh, we we use the active voice. Why? Because the grammatical subject performs the action through the verb, okay? Through the verb. Okay, the verb represents the action, okay? In contrary way, in passive voice, please analyze with the same example. The passive voice is used to show interest in the person or object that experience an action rather than the person or object that performs the action. In other words, the most important thing or person becomes the subject of the sentence. The structure is object, verb is subject, okay? So the pizza is the object, okay? Was cooked, the pizza could is the verb, okay? By Clara. Contrary with, in this case, the person or object that performs the action, okay? Okay, so in this case, the most important thing or person becomes the subject of the sentence. The last is middle voice, okay? Middle voice, a voice that is neither active nor passive, because the subject of the verb cannot be categorized as either agent or patient, having elements of both. In this example, on this sentence, the washing machine washes clothes fastly. Okay, in this case, is in this case is giving more attention in the action, okay? Action. Mhm. So this is the case about middle voice, okay? So you can see the reference, words, wax, extracted the information, okay? So this is my presentation. My God, my camera has problems. Okay. Uh, in this uh, in this case, uh, we can state uh, aspect, tense, and voice are different ways to express times, actions in different times and different circumstances and perspectives. Okay, so it's important to know this. So thank you for uh, thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. So thank you so much, and bye bye.